Good morning, students. As you know that in our previous class we had started redox reaction, but that was a live class which could not complete due to some reason. So what I will do is I will start it again. All right. So redox reaction means reaction in which oxidation and reduction both goes on or takes place simultaneously, or takes place simultaneously. In oxidation reaction or in reduction reaction, the reaction has to be both the ways. Where in any reaction where oxidation will take place, their reduction will also take place. And in any reaction where reduction will take place, their oxidation will also take place. Let us take some example. Okay, say if carbon burns in presence of oxygen, then it forms carbon dioxide. Here we will find that we know that the charge on one oxygen atom is -2. So there are two oxygen atoms. So total charge here is equal to -4, and charge on this carbon is +4. Then because together the whole molecule has to be neutral. It has to be neutral. So +4 and -4 is equal to 0, isn't it? So here we will find that oxidation number, that means charge on the atom, oxidation number, charge on the atom is increasing. Oxidation number is increasing. But here we will find that this is neutral 0, but it is becoming -4. So here reduction is taking place because oxidation number is reducing. In this chapter you have to understand the word oxidation number very clearly. Oxidation number. The charge possessed by any atom due to gain of electron or loss of electron is called its oxidation number. We will come back to this term once again. Before that, we will try to distinguish between oxidation and reduction once. Oxidation and reduction once. Oxidation means gain of oxygen. Reduction means loss of oxygen atom. Oxidation means loss of electron, and reduction means gain of electron. Oxidation means increase in oxidation number, increase in oxidation number, and reduction means decrease in oxidation number. Also, loss of hydrogen atom causes oxidation, and gain of hydrogen atom cause reduction. So we will see a few reactions and we will try to find out in the given reaction which element is undergoing oxidation and which element is undergoing reduction. Let us take the example of magnesium burning in presence of oxygen. It forms MgO. Charge on one magnesium atom is 0 and charge on one oxygen molecule is 0. It is neutral. But here it is in +2 state and it is in -2 state. So magnesium is undergoing oxidation because oxidation number is increasing. We can see that oxidation number is increasing. And oxygen is undergoing reduction because oxygen's oxidation number is decreasing. Oxygen is becoming from 0 to -2 and magnesium is becoming from 0 to +2 ion. So this is one way of looking at oxidation and reduction reaction. Let us see some competitive redox reaction. Competitive redox reaction. If I put zinc in copper sulfate solution, we know that displacement reaction will occur. It will form ZnSO4, H2AES and Cu0 will be there, solid. But if you put copper in zinc sulfate solution, aqueous, then no reaction takes place. What is the reason behind this? The reason is that reduction potential means ability, reduction potential of copper 2 plus 2 become copper. We write like this. Copper 2 plus 2 become copper is more than zinc 2 plus compared to zinc. Hence, if you couple copper and zinc with its corresponding salt, then displacement reaction will be seen if copper 2 plus is there. So comparatively, copper 2 plus has more potential to gain electron and zinc has more potential to lose electron. So we can also say that oxidation potential means ability to oxidize of zinc to become zinc 2 plus is more than copper to become copper 2 plus. So we have used two terms here, reduction potential and oxidation potential. What does this mean? Reduction potential and oxidation potential. We can say ability or measure of ability or ease with which any chemical species or atom or ion can gain electron to form reduced atom or ion or reduced counterpart, we can say reduced counterpart. Just like that, oxidation potential means measure of ability or ease for any atom or ion to lose electron, to increase its oxidation number. Now together we call them as electrode potential. We call them as electrode potential. Now let us take an example. Of galvanic cell. This cell you might have seen that in zinc sulfate solution, zinc is dipped, and in copper sulfate solution, copper is dipped. Both the solutions are connected with the help of a U-shaped tube called as salt bridge. And it is connected. So when it is connected, then we call this solution as electrolyte, this also as electrolyte, but these solid conductors are called as electrodes. Electrodes. Now these electrodes will have some electrode potential. Either they will prefer to lose electron or they will prefer to gain electron. As we have seen that zinc has more potential to lose electron. It has more potential to lose electron. It has more potential to gain electron. So, electron will start flowing from zinc to copper 2 plus. So, electron will flow in this direction. And here at this electrode, Cu2 plus ion will take 2 electron and will form Cu2 plus Cu0 metal. And since this solution is forming copper, slowly and slowly this will become thicker and thicker. So here this copper will become thicker. Whereas since zinc is losing electron, so it will become thinner and thinner. This reaction will keep on happening until zinc is completely perished away or the solution is not left over anymore. Now, direction of flow of electron is from anode to cathode. What I said? Anode to cathode. Anode means where oxidation takes place. Anode means the electrode where oxidation takes place. And cathode means where reduction takes place. So I have used two terms again. Anode and cathode. So electrodes are of two types, anode and cathode. Anode and cathode. What happens? Electrode at which oxidation takes place and cathode is the electrode where reduction takes place. Also keep in mind, whenever we make this kind of cell, then anode is kept at the left side. Okay, it is kept at the left side just like convention, and this is kept at the right side. Now since electron is flowing, that means current will develop. Since electron is flowing, current will develop, and direction of current will be opposite to the direction of the flow of electron. Direction of current will be opposite to the direction of flow of electron. Direction of current will be in the opposite direction to that of the direction of flow of electron. If negative charge is flowing this side, that means positive charge is flowing from this side to this side. And if current is flowing and a resistor is there, that means conductor is there, that means there will be some potential difference and voltage also. So if you connect it with a voltmeter, then it will show a reading, and reading will be 1.1 volt. This 1.1 volt is the potential difference. Potential difference. The electrode potential of zinc 2 plus becoming zinc, reduction potential will take as convention, is equal to .74 volt, and this is minus 0.34 volt. EMF or potential difference or voltage, they are different terms, but more or less they are same. We say EMF when the circuit is not in use, when there is no appliance connected to it, when the circuit is closed. Voltage can be at any stage, because there can be dissipation of energy at any stage. Voltage can also drop. So delta E will be equal to E right minus E left. So this will be plus and this will be minus. So it is equal to E right 0.34 volt minus 0.76 volt. It comes out to be 1.1 volt. Now you will say that how did I come to know that the electrode potential of zinc 2 plus becoming zinc is this much and electrode potential of copper 2 plus becoming copper is this much? How did I come to know? Alright. In class 11 this is given in the table. In class 11 it is given in the table. But when you will go to the higher class, then this can be found out experimentally also by coupling it with another half cell whose electrode potential will be 0.0 volt. That half cell whose electrode potential is 0.0 volt is standard hydrogen electrode. So whatever value will be shown by the voltmeter, that will be the individual electrode potential. Alright. So as of now this is given in the table of your book. So what we have studied today, let us summarize whatever we have studied today. We have seen meaning of redox reaction, we have seen examples of redox reaction, we have seen what is oxidation number, we have seen difference or differences between oxidation and reduction, we have seen differences between cathode and anode, we have seen difference between oxidation potential and reduction potential. We have seen electrode potential we have seen potential difference meaning. And we have seen one application or use of redox reaction. In our next class, we will learn to balance the chemical reaction, and there are two ways of balancing the redox reaction. One is ion electron method and another is oxidation reduction method. So both ways I will be telling you in my next classes. For today it will be too much, alright. So please make notes of whatever has been told to you. I will be giving you a few reference questions to solve based on the topic which is taught to you. Alright, thank you.